What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 5 most expensive things that was stolen from YouTubers. Now if you do go on to enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like on it, as every single like really helps. Let's see if we can smash 5,000 likes on this video, and if we can get that, everyone watching will have good luck. Also, make sure to comment down below the most expensive thing that's been stolen from you, but with that said, let's get right into the video. Number 5. When your whole job is traveling and documenting the world, losing your equipment can be devastating, especially when it all comes down to one stupid mistake. Fun for Louis asked his friends to watch his bag while he went to pick up the car, and when he came back and saw them, he honked his horn. Obviously, all his friends came running, but they accidentally left his bag behind, and when they went back to find it, it was nowhere to be found. The streets of Shoreditch aren't exactly the safest place, so it's kinda inevitable that the bag would get stolen, but unfortunately the bag had his laptop, DSLR camera, and even his passport. The police couldn't immediately help, and while walking around on the streets, they unfortunately couldn't find the thief responsible either, so they pretty much had to conclude the gear was gone. However, even though he was super sad, he still managed to give things a positive spin, where he talked about how he had to focus on getting it back instead of blaming his friends.
Fuck.
Just wait a
there,
second,
wasn't
let's
it?
talk to the guy in the...
One of you hop out and have a look at the streets.
Talk to the security guard and...
Wait, two of you hop out and run either way. Right guys, I don't usually panic, but I am panicking now because someone has taken my bag and it's got my laptop, my DSLR camera and my passport in it. Probably more valuable things as well, and I desperately need to find it. So we're driving around seeing if we can see someone walking around with it. Okay guys, update. Still haven't found it. I tried to ask some guys in the park if they knew where stolen goods were taken to get sold or whatever. They weren't really helping. I'm pretty gutted, to be honest. Just on the phone to the police, seeing if they can help.
Number 4. Getting your camera and equipment stolen sucks, but losing your entire freaking car is honestly so much worse. The YouTuber LaoY86 bought a Lexus IS, which if you live in Japan is called the Toyota Altezza. Apparently he spent $45,000 working on the car, and it was just super cool. Unfortunately, for some reason the boss of the tuning company that was working on his car was in serious debt to the mafia, so he thought he could screw him over and just sell the car to the mafia as collateral. From what we're told in the video, the boss of the tuning place asked him if he wanted his car registered and insured, but in reality he was just stealing the car to give it to the mafia. In the end, he did end up getting his car back, but man, that was a seriously crazy story. In the description below you can find the full video, so I totally recommend watching it, as you literally won't believe it.
But I was so pissed off. But that was just stage one, because the second part of the story is I still didn't have my registration. So, I mean, again, I wait, I call him, and he's not around. Like, nobody can find him. So my father-in-law, yet again, contacts his father. His father said he can't do anything. So we don't know what happened to him that day. We don't know what's happening to him now. But right now, what I wanted to update you guys on is I do have my car back. And the reason I can drive 160 kilometers an hour on the highway, or even faster, is because I'm not going to get speeding tickets, because theoretically the car is still registered to him. So if he's alive, Jimmy, here's my middle finger to you, because you're going to rack up so many tickets that you'll never be able to get a driver's license again. You'll go to jail immediately if you show your face around China. So this is going to be my really expensive swan song of reckless driving and having a really, really good time on Chinese highways on your bill.
Number 3. Getting your possessions stolen is scary enough, but when it involves a direct confrontation, it has to be so much worse. Seb Delaney was only 19 when he had his car, which is a Lotus Elise, stolen from him in a carjacking in Paris. They basically took their car to an underground parking lot in the middle of the night and were suddenly hijacked while parking outside reading the signs. As if that wasn't bad enough, he was held at gunpoint and forced to run away from his attacker, leaving the car behind. Thankfully, the car is super unique and easy to spot, as it's matte black with red accents, not to mention owned by a very popular YouTuber with a huge following. Through the power of social media, they did thankfully get the car back, but the experience was still terrifying for them even weeks later. Even though they were both unharmed, it's enough to put anyone off a road trip and serves a warning to stay alert in any given situation.
What we should do is to move further forward and just draw out the whole scenario for you.
So weird going back up to what has happened. Haven't been back since with the police. This is it, pretty much. Right here is where we were parked. We were trying to go into there, so we pulled up in the car and we thought we'd be able to just go into this car park. Turns out it was closed, but I had my window down as we were parked there.
reading the signs, and Josh just looks at me and says, "Seb, there's someone coming up to the car." This is the other side, this is where the road ends. As Josh said that, I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw that someone was here blocking this car off. We obviously couldn't get out because they were blocking, and there are all these posts here which prevented anything from coming in. So we went in like this car right there and just stopped like he did then. And then as soon as the guy came, he just put a gun in and said, "Get out your car, get out your car." Josh.
Number 2. Now, shoes are not the most obvious thing for a thief to go after, but when the shoes in question are brand new Jordans costing $1,500, things start making a little bit more sense. Crew TV had a great week, first going to pick up some new sneakers at the launch and then going for juice and hanging out with his friends, but after he came home from IHOP, things went south pretty quickly. He had been talking to a seller through eBay about a pair of fragment Jordan 1s and had arranged for them to get delivered. For some reason though, the tracking said that they should be at his house, but the package was nowhere to be seen. After calling the shipping people, he figured out fairly quickly that they'd been stolen, as they had definitely been dropped off outside his house. Even considering how difficult the situation was though, he still managed to be positive about it and remind his audience that basically no material item was worth the learning experience he just got. What really sucks though is that it's basically $1,500 down the drain, which makes me feel super sorry for him.
USPS did call me like 2 hours ago, and they just were like, "Yo, we delivered it to the right place. You have to file a stolen claim or something like that." And obviously it's not the sender's fault, obviously it's not USPS's fault, obviously it's not my fault. It's just one of those shit happens scenario. I was kind of embarrassed to tell you guys what shoe was in there because it was pricey. So basically the shoe was a Jordan 1 that cost me $1,200, and it was the fragment Jordan 1. So it was actually a Jordan 1 that I've been wanting for a minute now, and I don't have it anymore. So I took an L, but it's okay, it's a learning experience.
Number 1. The golden YouTube play button is completely unique to every YouTuber that gets it, and for many, is something that they plan on cherishing forever, so in some ways getting it stolen is worse than losing any other valuable item. Face Tico had it stolen in 2016, as he had it sent to a friend in LA where he was planning to move. However, the address turned out to be for a building where nobody was living, and the empty apartment building was obviously a dangerous place for the package to show up. So yeah, the package was basically just left outside the door without even a signature being needed for it, and so it could have been picked up by literally anyone. Unfortunately, someone managed to steal it without being noticed, and because there was no insurance on either side, there really wasn't any way for him to get it back. It really does suck, but like he said, it was nobody's fault, just an awful situation to be in. I do believe he got sent another one though, so at least it worked out in the end.
And the item is not there. So they basically left my package outside of an apartment in a building where there are people walking. As I said, 24/7, there's a lot of people, a lot of traffic, and it was just laying there, obviously, because he got delivered. No note, no signature, no nothing. I don't know if they can do that even. Maybe they can. I'm not trying to blame them more. Anyways, I'm just saying it's kind of weird how they wouldn't just take it back because there's no signature. And I kind of feel like on YouTube side or part, there should be some kind of thing that's saying, do not deliver this if there's no one to receive it and take it inside. It's the same if you're ordering a camera, if you're ordering a computer, if you're ordering an expensive item, there should be some kind of like, this needs to be signed, because you can't just leave it outside of the house. If it's bad timing, someone can literally just walk up and steal it. They're even for work, not even days, not even hours, just a couple of minutes. If it's bad timing and someone sees, hey, they dropped off something that looks like a camera, because sometimes it's not even wrapped, it's like a fucking cannon box. If the wrong person walks by, he'll fucking take it. Like, why not? You literally just grabbed a $1,000 camera. Long story short, I'm not gonna try and bug you guys anymore with this, but basically it was left outside of an apartment building and it's not there anymore, and it says it was.
And there's our video on the top 5 most expensive things that were stolen from YouTubers. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe so you see whenever I upload a video. Also, if you have your own top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to use your Show Me a Handy form in the description to submit it. With that said, thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.